guys, welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and this is what I'm currently reading and will hopefully soon be reading. So I am now officially on leave for 3 weeks. There are 2 weeks left in 2023 and I still have 10 books I need to finish to hit my goal for the year. So I really need to do a lot of reading and probably a lot of short reading. I am on Monday going to visit my family for the rest of the year. So hopefully that will give me a lot of time to read. But what am I currently reading? Well, I currently have an audiobook going that's actually fascinating me. I'm about a quarter of the way through. It's about 10 hours. And essentially, I was like, I want an audiobook, but I kind of don't want the ones that I already have going for me, which is like the Jensen Button one and as much as I love her, the Hannah Gadsby one. I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I'd bought another Pratchett, but wasn't really in the mood for fiction either. So I was like, well, I may as well leverage my current obsession with ice hockey. Literally current obsession. I check the scores every day and watch every game that eventually shows up on KO and often highlights on YouTube for the other games as well. So really obsessed. So I was like, okay, is there a memoir that's going to pique my interest? And what I found was very definitely in my wheelhouse. A memoir called Call Me Indian. And the tagline goes something like, from the trauma of residential school to becoming the first treaty Indigenous player in the NHL. And this is the memoir of Fred, Sasakamoose, who is Canadian, and he's Cree. And he played, as far as I can tell, he played for the Chicago Blackhawks in the 50s. He actually passed away a couple of years ago, sort of 2021, something like that. But essentially it combines my current interest in ice hockey with memoirs of Indigenous people. And honestly, so far, like, it's fascinating, but also horrendously familiar story, because so far from what I've read, he was taken forcibly. Like, the description of when the truck arrived to take him forcibly without warning from his family to take him to a residential school was scarily similar to what anyone who knows anything about the stolen generation in Australia would understand. It was horrific. And then what he went through at that school was horrific, seriously horrific. So it's interesting, but it's been very painful so far. Where I'm up to, he's just left the school, but has just been offered a tryout for a junior team, which is connected to Chicago. So that's where I'm up to at the moment, but it's a fascinating listen. It's not narrated by Fred, but it sounds to me, I haven't checked, but the narrator does sound very like it might be an Indigenous narrator, at least a Canadian one. Just the voice, the vocal feeling. So that's fascinating. So I'm hoping I might be able to listen to a lot more of that, particularly when I'm traveling on Monday. Ebook wise, currently I haven't been reading a lot at the gym because I haven't been going to the gym because my back's been fragile, but I am partway through rereading The Fire Opal Mechanism, which is the second in Fran Wilde's Gem World novellas. So I want to complete that. The other book that I started recently that I keep forgetting to add to Goodreads, but is probably going to be my next one to keep continuing on with, is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So I picked this up recently in a little bit of a book spree. Enjoying it so far. It's essentially the diary of an academic who is doing a field study on the one section of the Fae that she has yet to cover for her encyclopedia. And the locals are a bit wary about she's going to approach the High Fae. They're like, maybe not, maybe leave them alone. So haven't got very far yet, but enjoying it, and hopefully I will be making a great deal of progress on this soon. So that's sort of what I've got going on. There's a couple of other books that I am partway through that I might pick up again. Like, I still need to finish the Zento, which is ridiculous. I can't believe it's taken me this long, but I'll probably take that to Tasmania with me. But I have a bunch of short things that I also want to read. So also picked up on my recent spree alongside the Heather Fawcett book. I found this Tor.com novella called Burning Roses by S.L. Huang, which looks like it's a bit of a kind of Chinese Red Riding Hood style fantasy novella. So that will hopefully be a really quick read. Also turning up recently in as part of what I bought during her holiday market, the second Sparks and Filters book by Tansy Rayner Roberts, which is novella. It's a slightly thick novella, but yeah, House Perilous. So that is definitely on my list of things to read. And today I had to go Christmas shopping, and I ended up swinging by the comic store because I haven't actually read any comics apart from rereading Check Please recently. So I swung by and picked up the next volumes in the few series that I still kind of follow. So I have volume 13 of Lumberjanes, Indoor Recess. It's been a while since I've read a Lumberjanes. I have volume 2 from the Saladin Ahmed Ms. Marvel comic. Storm Ranger. So I haven't read any Ms. Marvel in quite some time, because I believe there was a bit of a gap between the first Saladin Ahmed and this one. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to picking up some Ms. Marvel again. And I picked up omnibus number 6 of Asterix. So I've been randomly picking up these omnibus editions with these lovely illustrated spines. I've got a few, but you know, randomly when I'm in the mood for some Asterix, which I grew up reading, I will pick one up. This one has Asterix in Switzerland, The Mansions of the Gods, and Asterix and the Laurel Wreath. So those 3 things are all on my list of things to either read this weekend or cart down to Tasmania with me. It's a really good thing I have a brand new, much larger suitcase. Given the amount of stuff I'm probably going to haul down with me. Yeah. I need to keep myself entertained for 2 weeks, and there are presents. So yes, so those are the things that I'm currently and will be soon reading, along with probably a few other things, because I do need to try and read 10 things by the end of this year. Yeah, I'm really not pleased with how little I've been reading this year. Maybe part of it is the fact that some of the shorter stuff I missed because I didn't do my Hugo reading. But yeah, I really still want to 120 guys. I don't want this to be the year that I don't make it. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading and what I'm planning to read soon. This may be your last video for the year, or it may not be. It depends on whether I decide I want to make something while I'm down in Tassie. I won't have my tripod or anything like that. So if there is something that comes out, it might be just a very quick thing. But otherwise, if I don't post again, enjoy whatever holiday you celebrate. Enjoy any time off that you might have. And yeah, I will see you all again really soon. Bye.